managing moderators. I guess we have unlocked the ability to have managing moderators. All right, well, now that that's out of the way, guys, hope everyone's doing okay. I've got Miss Hippie in the chat right now. We're in the greenhouse. We're getting seeds ready. I got my oh I've got my shot glass here. We're drinking some wine and enjoying the feast of unleavened bread right now. I've got my shot glass. Yeah, this is my shot glass. See that? That's a shot glass. I don't care what anybody else says. That's a shot glass. Anything else? Don't do it. Thank you very much, Jason. All right, glad to see you guys in the chat, man. This is what we're doing right now. Is we're actually getting our seeds ready. I think Miss Hippie was just talking in the chat how we've got 80-degree weather coming up. Holy crap! It is like it's here. Like it kind of it took us by surprise here in Wisconsin. It's wow! It's here. Spring came in full force with the 80 degrees. So I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Oh, hang on, let me scoot in because we're planting seeds and we're talking and having a good discussion here. Hey, honey, would you want to just here keep the chat just in case I miss anything? Because like I've got it on my phone right now. Our house is about I don't know about
yards, 50 yards.
I'd say about 50 yards away in our internet. It's not good. Our internet sucks. So it's good to see everybody in the chat. So I'm gonna just kind of show you what we've got. We've got a lot of heirloom tomatoes. This is a Cherokee Purple. We're just getting our seeds ready and getting our garden ready. You wanted to see, you can take your phone with you. I think it'll.
I don't know if it'll reach the internet from over there.
Ooh.
That's okay.
So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm Trevor. This is Rhonda. We're the Hippie Hebrew Homestead. Did you make your apron? Star Miller wants to know.
No, I bought this one.
What about didn't you, oh no, the one that you made, haven't you made an apron?
I have one that my mom made me.
Oh, that's right, your mom made it. Okay. She might be actually joining us in the chat here soon. This is how big the seeds are.
Yeah, I mean, do like a little...
3, 4?
Bit.
Okay. But,
there are flies in here.
Yeah, that's good. It means springtime's here. We've got the cats in here. It's just a grand old time that we've got.
Kitty.
These are actually older seeds.
No, these are good ones. These are new ones.
Oh, these are new ones.
Yeah,
okay.
I just bought those ones.
I didn't know you bought them.
The ones I am working on are older seeds that I'm testing germination. Hopefully.
Yeah. So.
Hopefully something will grow them.
I want to know how everybody's Feast of Unleavened Bread's going, because that's where we're at right now. How many of you guys are having a good feast? Holiday. I mean, this is...
Or holy day.
A holy day. We do kind of have to be a little... We kind of do have to be a little bit careful with what we say on the tube here. You never know. I mean, it's biblical. Like, I don't see why it would be, I don't know. Everybody's weird. So.
We could probably hear I have to ask if they can hear the roosters.
Can you guys hear the roosters crowing outside?
We have a rooster who's 6 months old. Well, one who's 2, Carl Jr. is like 6 months.
We named him Carl Jr.?
I don't know. I don't know what else to call him.
I thought it was Carl's dad and then Carl Jr. Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, yeah, he was, yeah, Carl, the original Carl, he's like a little bantam.
Real
like,
small.
it
I've
was
never
like the
seen a bantam so
ours are
tiny.
going right along with it. Oh yeah, we had this little tiny bantam. We went to Tractor Supply before all this weird stuff started going down with them, right? And we went and got.
It's like 2 years ago.
This was like 2 years ago when we first got out here, and they kind of mixed up their breeds on accident. You know, like I get it. Like, there's not a lot of people that understand the breeds, but we got them home. We told them we wanted. It was just pullets of.
I didn't want any miniature breeds.
Yeah,
'cause
the miniature breeds, they're better for warmer altitude
Climates.
climates.
I just, they're tiny. We live in a cold climate.
Right, Wisconsin. I mean, gosh.
We can have them up here, but they may or may not survive the cold.
Right. Well, we unfortunately we got them. It was right before winter hit, and I mean they were beautiful. They had this.
They were the
great.
prettiest birds I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, gosh.
But they were so small, literally like that big.
No, they were you could fit them in the palm of your hand, and
Maybe a little bigger.
they've been mixing up a bunch of breeds. Yeah, it's
Well, the lady that I told her I wanted these specific chickens, and they were all mixed in one.
So I'm going in rows here.
And she didn't know what she was looking at.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I thought we were getting the California Golds. We were supposed to be getting California Golds, which are like they're. I think I might be saying that breed wrong, but they're supposed to be like a kind of like a orangish color, a hint of yellow in them, and we got two of those, and then the rest of them were these like little tiny miniature, like I said, like they were like this big.
Well, there was three of them.
There was three of them,
that
yeah.
turned out to be miniature ones.
And then the other ones were like these gray. I know the name. I don't want to say the wrong name off the top of my head here.
We have a mixed flock.
We have a very mixed flock. We've got silver-laced Wyandottes. We've got a couple. Well, we lost our last Barred Rock. We had 3 Barred Rock roosters. We sent 2 of them to chicken camp, if you catch my drift. And then the other one, he was a rooster. I think a Fisher got him. Either a Fisher or a Weasel got him. So now we're only down to 2 roosters, but the 2 roosters we've got, they're fantastic. We
were down to 1 rooster.
Yeah.
And my motto is 1 is none of anything.
She got that from.
I don't know. I don't remember where I got that, but
you got that from American Homestead.
And I don't remember the rest of the saying, but 1 is none. If you have 1 rooster or 1 ram or
1 is none, because what happens whenever the bears are waking up right now, so
it breaks or it dies, and then you have none.
Yep.
And then So we were down to 1 rooster, and then last year we had a chicken.
Oh, here.
1 chicken go broody, and she hatched.
I don't want to miss. Oh well. Here,
2.
keep that on.
2 of her chicks survived. So we only got 2 chicks last year, which is.
Sounds like they're going after.
And 1 of them happened to be a rooster.
Yeah, with the first year flock, it's always hard to gauge where your hens go broody or your hens are gonna go broody. But when you have a broody hen and you're really wanting that, when you're wanting that reproduction, probably not the right word. Well, I mean,
Renewable?
a renewable chicken source. Let's sea source. That's a broody hen is more valuable than honestly any hatchery you can have.
It's like being able to save your own seeds.
I did not think of it that way. It's sea seed saving. You're saving your own sea seeds. you
Well, if you're
That's-
not renewing your whatever you're doing, you know, you're gonna have to keep buying new seeds or keep buying new animals or keep buying new plants, or you're not actually self-sustainable
right.
at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
Because that's our goal, is to be fully self-sustainable, and it might take us 5 years, 10 years.
hopefully
But
not
we're
that long.
getting there.
All right, so real quick. Miss
Yeah,
Hippie.
that looks good.
So I've got these filled up. So we're, like I said, we're doing these Cherokee Purple heirloom variety. Where are these from?
Some people like to do,
2023.
you know,
Okay.
a couple seeds per thing, but we are limited on space, so
Yeah, so I built this greenhouse with no construction knowledge whatsoever. And my screen just got really dim. But I built this with no construction knowledge whatsoever. If I were to pan up, you would see like a worse roof than
wonky.
our broken milk down our broke down milkman. He's got a way better roof than us. Like we've got slats that are going like this and that, and it's like it's a little
not
wonky,
that
but
bad.
well,
It's not that bad.
it stayed up. It's survived 2 Wisconsin winters now.
Yes.
Hey, your mom's in the chat.
What?
Hey, that would be Miss Hippie's mom in the chat there.
Gaggy hippie.
Yep, Gaggy. Hippie
Hippie.
Gaggy. So yeah, I built this. I at first started building, like, I was framing up an addition to our as long as it stands and does, that's
Yep,
all that matters.
star.
Yes, exactly. You know, and that's what I had
It
a
looks cute.
right. It looks nice. I mean, where it's at, it's on top of a hill. I had one of our neighbors come over, and they were like, "Well, you did this wrong, and this isn't gonna last." It's like, we gotta. I wish I no. Oh,
Piper.
don't knock the camera down. We've
The
got our dog.
is
What?
pushing the camera through the screen. Oh, oh.
What? Go on. She almost knocked the camera over. Let me actually rephrase that. There we go. Yeah, she came over, or our neighbor came over and was like, "You did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did this wrong." And I'm like, it survived 2 winters. And
Yep.
it's still pretty, from what I can see. I mean, I can hang from the joists that are up there. I could, like, sit there and be like, you know. It's standing. And exactly, that's what matters, as long as it stands. But in the potting shed that I built that's right next to it, I don't know how well the internet's gonna handle this, but let's see. So we've got a potting shed that goes right in here.
Or she shed.
Or she shed, whatever you want to call it. The construction,
It's a potting shed.
I squared everything up very well. And that was shortly after gaining some experience in construction. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, that's the heat lamp, okay. So, there's that. But
I need more sticks.
so what are you guys doing to prepare for spring? I mean, it's here, like it's here in full force. What? What?
You
Piper.
never know with Wisconsin, though. We could have a blizzard next week.
We could.
It's 80 degrees this
What?
week.
No. I
and a
know.
blizzard next week.
Our dog isn't getting attention, so she's. What? No.
That's the
I
fan.
know.
We're supposed to get snow after 2 days of 80 degrees.
She's a goofball. Right. Hang on. Got my shot glass. I need to start. I didn't see that. Can you? What did cat? What's everybody saying? With the roof. Oh, thank you, mom-in-law.
Catherine said, I need to start sprouting seeds. Yeah, I'm actually
This-
behind on what
we-
I wanted to get done.
It's like she said earlier in the chat, like I feel like we're behind now. It definitely, like, this next week's weather is 80 degrees, like, wow.
But don't let it, because like it's still only April, and at least up here where
famous
we're
shot
at,
glass.
we're in zone 4B, so it's like
I mean,
you don't want to put anything in the ground. Well, we can't because our gardens still are covered in snow.
yeah, I
but-
mean, so like I've got my phone as the camera is right here on a window, and if I were to turn it around, you could see straight down to the garden, and it's just all you can see is white. It's still covered in snow. Well,
we're
ice
all
now.
out here in short sleeves and flip flops,
Yeah, this is
and it's like what 65 degrees, and
This is
there's
a heat
still
wave.
Snow on the ground.
I mean, just last. It's so weird. It's crazy how fast it hits you.
Star Miller says, "I'm tempted to put my corn and green beans in this week."
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
I-
gosh.
And they need more time too.
Yeah, we in a couple of the videos have passed, but like in our experience, we had a little bit of we had some good luck, or we were a little blessed. It was our first. The garden that we did, it was a first year garden.
Yeah.
And I
You don't know what
personally,
you're gonna get.
right, like I was personally surprised with how well it did, even though it didn't produce much. I will say it.
Or
We
a
had
lot
a
of what
ton-
it produced was
Mhm.
small.
I think, is it beans or legumes? So they put nitrogen back into the soil.
Yes.
So
believe
I
so.
think we had we were lacking in nitrogen in our soils. What were the other ones that we had? I mean,
Most of what we did was the
our legumes.
Cherokee. We got a lot of cucumbers, but the vines only got like maybe 2 feet, 3 feet long.
Yeah.
They kept producing, and
Yeah,
I like them kind of smaller
they would
for
produce.
pickles,
They'd be
but-
about this big, which is perfect for a pickled cucumber. Yes.
Yeah,
Because
I
you don't
like
have
to- I
you
like
don't
to
got the
pick
seeds in
mine
them. I like the
smaller.
a pickle's a pickle to me. I'll eat it as long as it's got that nice vinegar and that crunch. It's, man, I tell you what.
Jason said we need to get back on freeze drying.
Yeah, we actually have a neighbor down the road. And when I say down the road, so we're down a kind of, it's about 1.5 miles long dirt road, and then it goes into public road, and then
Feels like 5 miles.
it feels like 5 miles,
Like-
especially. Don't get me started. Down the highway, I should say, as that would be that'd be more Midwestern speak, wouldn't it? Because me, I'm from Texas. And when a Texan says, down the road, that means at least 30 minutes. Oh, down the road a little bit, but like if a Texan says down the way, that's like an hour, or just down over there, like over that way a little bit, that means about 5 minutes. So like there's a speak that I'm trying to get used to that's up here as opposed to Texas, where it's like, okay, well, down the highway actually only means like 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
So I mean 15
Did you
they've
show-
offered.
Did you show?
Oh yeah. So this is
One
I don't
of
know.
the
Can you see the writing? It's dill.
no.
This was
One of the seeds I saved from last year from our plant.
we saved a bunch of dill seeds from our plants. Oh, I think the internet just went out. Are
I
you
think
guys
we're
hearing?
good.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. It's still going. I thought the internet went out. It froze. It looked like it froze on my
We have a
end.
ton of black bean seeds
Oh, black beans. Yeah.
too as well, but those are inside.
I
yeah.
started a black bean kind of on accident. I was posting it on on the Cutting Edge Facebook page, and it was doing really good. And then my cat ate it.
Yep. She nipped it right off because it
She-
was in the windowsill in the kitchen.
It had 2 leaves on it.
It was like
It was going really
3 inches
good.
tall already.
I went to go post another picture of it, like take another picture of it and
It
give an
was gone.
update, and it was gone.
Yep.
And I was heartbroken because that was kind of just like a gag, like, hey, Miss Hippie, look, I'm growing a black bean plant, and it's gone. So
Star said last year was so dry. Tomatoes
ugh.
tasted cooked when fresh off the vine. Praying for more rain.
Yes, absolutely.
Ugh.
I
She
mean,
said, at least you labeled it. I've got some mystery starts going from seeds I didn't label. They're kale, cabbage, broccoli, or flour. Yeah, I learned the hard way. I now label everything.
mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to. I mean, oh, speaking of which, let's get these labeled real quick.
Yeah, I'll make a label for them now. Can I have the package?
Where'd it go? Oh, jeez, hang on. Gotta get it.
So, speaking of labels,
Yeah.
here's what I do for labels, because I'm cheap.
Yeah, Midwest cheap.
Yeah.
As
I've got, so the package wrapper for the seed starting little container thing.
So we've got these. I'm gonna try and lift this up without breaking it.
Well, it's
If I
not
break
those,
it, you
but-
get to see us breaking it
No,
live.
don't lift it. No,
Oh, jeez.
leave it.
No, I want to show.
Those
So
are,
these, these are what she's that little wrapper.
back when we had a Keurig, these are the Keurig coffee pods
Yeah,
I used to save. But
these are Keurigs.
I just write it. So I write what
It's
it
already
is
got a hole in it.
on here. I write, tomato,
Tomato.
what kind of tomato, whatever information I want to know, and then I cut it out and I tape it up so that, because if this gets wet, then I don't know what it is. Tape it up and tape it to a stick. I'm out of sticks. I need more sticks and a little stick,
Yeah.
and then there's your label.
Piper has been sitting outside the window
She's
this whole
literally
time.
sitting right there.
I wish I could. I don't know if I can flip the camera
Or
over.
you could take the wrapper or the package, and you could
Undo it.
cut
Well,
that
so
out.
Miss Hippie Hebrew's mom used to make her own seed packages, right?
No, she would make envelopes
Envelopes.
from paper bags.
And the exact same concept goes to making your own seed packages. So you take this, right? This is from
well,
Claudette.
you ripped it.
I know I ripped it because I was opening it, but that look, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. But you take this out, right? You've got your little lips here. You take them out, and then you make a template,
You
right?
open it up.
You open it up and make a template of this whole envelope, and you can make your own seed packages or envelopes.
And I would use like paper bags that you get from the store.
Yep.
And then so when you save your own seeds, you can put your seeds you saved in those
Mhm.
and not have to use Ziploc baggies but you got to keep them dry and dark and a cool space.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's any humidity, they like to sprout on you. Yep, I made my own. Yep, your mom said. Yep, I made my own envelopes.
Envelopes. Yeah, she took one envelope and you carefully open it up like all the way, and then you trace it out on a paper bag,
Mhm.
and then you fold it up, and I thought of doing that with, seed packets, and then make my own seed packets.
Had a piece of hair in my coffee here, or
Coffee?
my wine.
Yeah, so that, because I've done that so many times where you plant something and you think, oh, I'm going to remember what that is.
Nope.
Nope.
Until it starts bearing its first.
Or when you save the
Yeah.
seeds and then you put it in a baggie or something, and you think, oh, I'm going to remember what that is. And then you look at it, oh, what seeds are these?
Well, it's just like morel mushrooms or any sort of mushroom. Like once you recognize that mushroom, you're able to identify it, right?
Yeah.
Same with seeds, right? No, there's too many seeds that look so similar. You gotta label your stuff.
Unless you're like
You gotta label it.
crazy
So
smart. Let's label this.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then I just got
Label
black
it.
gold
Oh, this is what we're using right here. So
potting mix.
this is the potting mix. Yeah,
But
plus
it's
fertilizer.
organic. It's not
Wrong way. So this is what we're
the
using.
greatest.
We would like we're getting to where we can make our own. You know,
I'm not there yet.
we're not there yet. We do have a lot of sorry, I gotta stop this from going. There we go. We want to make our own. We've got all the animals back there making fertilizer for us, but it's getting the compost.
Ooh, did you see?
What?
Claudette said, "Mom, I'm canning grapefruit today."
Oh, you're canning grapefruit. Heck yes. That's awesome.
I want to try canning more whole fruit. I mean, I guess it. I don't know, because you've jams and jellies and.
It's so hot in here. We might as well start some.
Can whole fruit, you know, without sugar or less sugar? Or I know people have low sugar recipes or. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially grapefruit's such a good. It's. I don't know if it's. Is it considered one of those superfoods?
It's good for.
It's good to
regulating blood sugar, I think, and weight loss.
These claims are not approved by the FDA. We have to say that we are not medical professionals whatsoever. So please don't. We got to make that claim. I don't want to strike on YouTube before I even get started on YouTube. We're not medical professionals.
Star says,
but I do like reading.
Old mini blinds for labels.
Old mini blinds,
keep an eye out for people putting them in trash. Yeah.
Dude, that's actually a really good idea. What you could do, you could write, because those are, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of mini blinds are non-porous. You'd write on them with like a paint marker, or like a Sharpie, or dry erase. And at the end of the season, if you don't want to reuse it, you can use it for another different kind of label. That's perfect, and it's that would be the right width too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We just got rid of a.
Mom says grapefruit speeds up metabolism and burns fat.
Which we are not medical professionals here again.
No, that's good.
That's really good. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It aids in weight loss.
I remember like the early 2000s where like grapefruit became like the talk of the town, because it was like the wonder fruit for losing weight and maintaining. I remember a person that I was seeing in high school, she had diabetes and she used it to help regulate on top of what her doctor recommended. Which would be her insulin and stuff like that. She would use that to help regulate her blood sugar. Yes. Yeah. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Wow. It's crazy what you remember whenever you're just sitting in the greenhouse planting and getting your seeds started. Do you need this still?
No.
All right.
Yeah, I like to keep it for.
All right. Can I have another fun plant to plant? Yes. Like, I don't know, jalapenos? Jalapenos? That's an inside joke. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
So we were going to talk about kind of some of our early spring goals.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things we want to get done, like now, within the next few weeks. If this warmth keeps up.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I'm already planning. One of the things that we've really got to get done is our root cellar.
Like first thing right off.
First thing, I want that root cellar done. I want somewhere whenever it's hotter than just. Well, thankfully we don't have really hot days.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. we don't have really hot days in Wisconsin. We've got a few doggy days or a doggy week where it's like 86 degrees and 95% humidity.
I mean, it can't get up to
It-
low
yeah.
90s.
Well, normally whenever it's like that, it's kind
And
of
it
dry.
can get humid, but for the most part, our hottest days are like
Yeah,
80s.
which is nice.
So we don't have central AC.
No. We open all the windows in the house and hope that the wind blows enough to cool the house off.
But the main reason we want a root cellar is because we have no basement, no food storage. We have a tinier than tiny kitchen.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think I've actually made any specific videos.
You did some videos last
No,
year.
on the wood stove that I made, or not made. Sorry, out of context here. I restored. We have a 1920s, 1930s Monarch wood stove. It's a wood burning and an electric heat or electric stove that I retrofitted with modern electronics, and then also retrofitted propane into it. I did a lot of work on it, restored it, and
So
got
you
it.
can do all three.
So we can technically do all three, but because of insurance reasons, we will not be hooking up the woods or the wood burning side of it. So I'd love to show you guys that
Someday.
eventually. I want to get it done. There's a few cast iron pieces that I would have to cast myself. Oh, there goes the rooster. Oh my gosh, he's doing his job.
Well.
And then his
Carl Sr.
Carl
won't let
Sr. just
Carl Jr.
we just watched some chickens go and
make babies with our hens. So that could prove to be a problem.
yeah. Look at him strutting though.
He's-
He's strutting though. He's strutting.
No,
Oh no.
Don't chase him
I wish we could turn it. We should.
away.
I wish we could turn it
Oh.
around. But yeah, I mean it's
He's
a
bully.
cool stove. It's a cool. Oh, you just got
I'm
dirt.
so sorry.
That's fine.
Oh no.
I mean,
Here,
dirt
you
has
might
vitamin
wanna-
B in it, so.
Maybe you should do the rest of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so root cellar,
Forget me nots.
and then
Root cellar.
well,
We want to add on to our house because we are planning on to adopt.
yeah, that's kind of I'm
That's a
talking
long-term
about
goal.
like immediate. What needs to happen as soon as the ground is soft, like
Cleaning up.
livestock fencing. We have everybody in one area right now, and it's
They could be in
not-
two, but it.
I'd
the
like
other
to
air-
separate
yeah.
the boys and the girls.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
want to
get-
be able to.
I'd like to regulate breeding.
So
we need to get livestock fencing.
I'm gonna put this out there
Fixed.
because I don't want people making the same mistake. When you go to get animals, make sure you've got infrastructure. We had infrastructure, but we didn't have it. It wasn't complete. So
Yeah.
it was. I'm not trying to make any weird hand signals here. It wasn't finished, but we also wanted our animals. We wanted animals, so we are the shepherds of our our sheep, right? It was a little bit irresponsible of us to kind of jump forward.
Sometimes
now-
it works, but
sometimes
a
it
lot
works
of times
and-
it makes
yeah.
it a lot harder when you don't have
It's
infrastructure.
it's definitely a lot harder
set in
'cause-
place before you get animals.
And like one of the things that I want to say is like being able to water them in the wintertime. I mean, during the wintertime, we're filling up 5-gallon buckets, right? We're filling
From
up
the
5
house.
from the house, and then we got to take it back here. And this is every single day. It has to be an every single day thing, right? I opted to get a tractor, and we probably should have had a skid steer in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, like a skid steer to handle round hay bales. We were feeding small square bales daily. It's a daily thing. Like in the winter here in Wisconsin, it is a daily evolution, and I because I was military, all right? We were both in the Navy. It's a daily evolution to feed and take care of your
Oh,
animals.
it's tough.
It's tough, right? And in order to be more sufficient, what we would want, what our goal is this time is to get it to where we have water available, like a frost-free hydrant, available at the animals. Um, we've got the capability or the ability to feed our animals round hay bales, which
Last longer.
last way longer than a
Not
round hay
having
bale.
to go out there with every day with
Every single day. It's like, I mean, and to quote An American Homestead, one of his videos, and you know, he's got a lot of. If you're not subscribed to An American Homestead, Zach Bauer, check him out. He's a great guy. Just he's got a lot of very good homesteading information. Don't be too hard on yourself. What did Star Miller? I just disappeared. It's like it pops up and then it
Don't
disappears.
be too hard on yourselves. It sounds like you did your best regardless of the situation. It may be more work, but you're doing it. Yeah, and we've adapted. So
improvise,
we've
adapt, and
learned
overcome.
What works and what doesn't work. So I grew up in 5 hours south of where we're at right now, and I grew up in winter, Midwest winter. I
Yes, great channel.
I knew what to expect, but up here it's different. It's more winter.
All the chickens just came over here.
It's definitely
Let me see.
more winter, longer, colder.
Oh yes, I can. Hang on. I'm gonna do a really weird. This probably isn't. You know what? I'm counterculture anyways because we are full Bible believers. So I'm gonna get up. It's not normally etiquette to flip your camera around, but check this out.
Is it gonna go?
Yeah, there it goes. All the chickens just came over here.
Well,
It was like they all came over in a wave.
half of them. I think they can hear us talking.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I just had to show you guys. But yeah, like an American Zach Bauer says, take every winter. You have to have it. It is an opportunity to learn and to prepare for the next one.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I mean, look at Texas, right? Back in, what was it, 2019? Like, it was the polar vortexes of polar vortexes. I'm surprised there weren't milk trucks flying in the air, right? It was crazy.
Yeah.
They, back to black. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was, Texas's infrastructure is not at all equipped to deal with winter.
Yeah.
Like, there's a sleet or like a slight ice over and schools are done. You're done because they don't have any of the infrastructure. Here in Wisconsin, you can see the little lines of that. I think it used to be salt, but it's like a different kind of ice melter. Like, they prepare for it. They have the ability to prepare for it here in Wisconsin. In Texas, learn from your mistakes. At least have one plow truck to handle that.
Yeah.
Or every county should have something just in case of an emergency. It is just in case. And yeah, I mean, we try not to be too hard on ourselves. But at the same time, it's like looking back, this is what we should do differently for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the mentality that you need to have. I mean, Proverbs 31 in the Bible speaks about this. You're preparing, you're tilling the land. The Proverbs 31 woman, she was a prepper, right? And I'm not saying that we're preppers, we're doing what the Bible calls us to do, right?
Living off the land.
Living off the land.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but one of the main goals is to have more control over breeding and
Hmm.
how many livestock we have around.
The funny
my
story about
gosh.
controlling breeding.
Oh gosh.
We had
Uh,
a lot of winter babies this year. We
very
had
hard learning curve year.
our ram broke through the fencing to get to the females, to get to our ewes.
Yeah.
That in turn,
Well, he
It-
broke through, and then both him and our billy goat and
goats are naughty.
So-
Goats are bad.
yeah,
Goats are naughty.
they broke through in the fall. Was it?
It's like they're the teenagers that just got the keys to the liquor cabinet, and that is from Zach Bauer himself. He says that, and I agree. Goats are children. Oh my gosh.
Which is why we only do miniatures and only like 4 of them.
Check on the chat real quick. Yeah, the miniatures. Oh gosh, boy howdy! I tell you what, they are just. I'm surprised we haven't even heard him.
Star says, Roots and Refuge uses the saying, "Use your waiting room as a classroom."
Mm-hmm.
I like that because
What do you see going on in the waiting room, right?
Like winter is the rest season. It's a season of rest, and it's like you're forced to rest in a way. So
Yeah,
use
especially
it
whenever
as
you
a
have
time to learn.
18
Yeah.
inches of snow on the ground.
my gosh.
My goodness.
She said we were created to steward and subdue the earth.
Yes. Yes. Amen to that. That is absolutely
we weren't
true.
created to
Pardon
live
me.
in cities and live on top of each other.
And we're not saying that if you live in the city, it's not.
Sometimes
It's not an ideal living
and
situation.
that's okay. We were there.
We were there. Yeah, we were stationed out in California.
Yeah.
Can I get some more fun salsa-based seeds for this one?
Did you cover them all?
Yes, I covered all of them. I would like
Okay.
some jalapenos.
Jalapenos?
Jalapenos. I know it's jalapenos. I was from Texas.
Oh, friends.
It's not an ideal situation because you've got a lot of people in one area, and I personally believe, and this is just my opinion, it's just the cities are very hard to live in, at least to me, because I mean, when you're on a ship in the middle of the ocean for
It's hard
64 days straight,
if you want to plant something or if you want to have animals.
you get this ideal of people being around you. And yes, like you can't and I know I'm comparing life outside of a ship to life in a ship, but it's just I like being able to do this. I like being able to stretch out. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's quiet here. You know, like we're in the greenhouse, it's quiet, but in the city I got used to hearing sirens going by, people revving their engines, even though in California you're not supposed to have an engine louder than I think it's 96 decibels.
Yeah.
Or whatever the law was. I had to read it because I was there. You know, it's and you're always worrying about. I mean, I'm a competition smoker. I like smoking briskets. I like smoking meat, meat. I like smoking and cooking. I love all that. Oh yes, early jalapenos. So this one is a dark green pungent 3-inch hot jalapenos. Excellent fresh or pickled. Perfect. Thank you very much. I had a neighbor when we first bought our house, and I invited a bunch of neighbors over in California, right? We lived on a corner, so we had like a neighbor that was here and then a neighbor that was there. And we invited them all. Can't live in the city and I will burn the meat. Oh no. Oh man, like I said, Jason, I love cooking. I saw that one. I started smoking this brisket, and 20 minutes later, the fire department shows up.
Yeah.
San Diego Fire Department shows up at my door, right? And I go out and I tell them, I'm like, "Why are you guys here?" It's like, "Well, we had a call about a fire at a house. We wanted to make sure everything was okay." I was like, "No, I'm smoking a brisket." It's like, "Oh, you're smoking a brisket? Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. There wasn't a burn ban going on because in San Diego we had burn bans. Like you couldn't have an open fire or any of that. Not allowed in the kitchen to cook." Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. um, Fire department, they came over. I wish they would have stayed a little longer because it was almost, you know, I should have introduced myself to them, but it was just like a real quick. They came over, I saw them because we had a retaining wall. There was like this retaining wall and then a fence. Um, and you could see the cars that could come by because we were like I said, we were on a corner lot, and like it was I could draw it out for you, but anyways, you could see the cars, and I was like, "Oh, there's the fire department. What are they doing? Oh, okay, they're here for us. Got it." And I'm sitting there, I'm just smoking my meat, and they're like, "Yeah, well, one of your neighbors was thinking that your house was on fire, so we'll just let you guys go to it." And then the second time I smoked a brisket, the neighbors were walking their dogs, and they start banging on my fence that was above that retaining wall. They're banging on my fence. "Hey, hey, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "I'm smoking some meat. I'm just smoking brisket." And I had to go and open up my fence because there was like a little driveway, like it went downhill to a driveway. I opened up my fence. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm smoking. You guys want to come? Oh no, we don't eat meat. No, I'm sorry. We were just walking our dogs and saw all the smoke." Like,
Of California.
yes, I have, Star. I have. That's why I asked you. You made that post on Facebook.
I love Tourist Chef.
And I was like, "Wait a minute, is Jason Miller, is he Torah Chef?" Because like I was about to be like, "That is awesome, I got the recipe for him." But yes, I have made bacon, and not from a pig, as Torah Chef would say. Let's see, so
yeah, people look at us and think we're like we've lost it when we say we've made beef bacon.
And then they try it and they're like, "Wow, I'd like to have some more, please." Because you can make it if you cut it thin, it will be just as crunchy. And
you made it kind of maple.
I did
the
so
first time.
Right, we do Spiceology. And wait, what time is it? I want to make sure we're not cutting into anybody else's live time.
Yeah, it's 5:20.
5:20.
I think we're okay.
Is anybody going live that I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
So.
Can you?
No, it's Monday.
Or wait, no, they're all at the meet and greet. Right? I struggle getting it thin, want to invest. Yes. Oh my gosh. The story about our meat slicer. We got a meat slicer, right? And it's just like this little, it's like maybe this big. Just like one of those little KitchenAid kind of looking things. I was showing Miss Hippie like a bunch of different sliced meats. Like I wanted to get into making like prosciutto and biblically clean prosciutto, mind you, because we are biblically we don't eat any sort of pork anymore. We're biblically clean. We've got a whole testimony that I don't want to. I mean, I would love to get into it, but we don't. We have not been sick since we stopped eating shellfish, basically anything that's unclean.
Well, we haven't had things like sinus infections.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! You want to find the ones. So there's two different kinds. There's the ones that you have to sit there and constantly crank, and you slide, and then there's the ones that you crank it up, but it's like it's on such a fine bearing that it just keeps on spinning, and you just
Hmm.
like your table goes, and it's almost like a sewing machine. Sorry, I'm getting off on different tangents. I'm sorry. Oh my
We're
gosh.
kind of all over, but
We're-
that's okay.
We're all over the place here. But it's okay. I mean, next thing you know, I'm gonna start making sound effects, and Brian, visual disturbance isn't here. I can't. Yeah, you want the one that's got the table that moves when you crank, and it's like you
Yeah.
crank it up, you go real fast with it. I remember watching because my dad was a really good friends with a butcher back in Texas, and he would like crank it up. He'd crank it up, and it had like counterweights on it. Good luck finding one. But it would it would just go back and forth like a perpetual motion machine, and he'd just bloop bloop, and he'd have his hand on the little table, and it'd be bloop 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 bloop. It was so cool to watch. But no, we were like, I was showing her, and she's like, do you have meat slicer money?
Mhm.
She
Are
literally
you gonna pay
said,
for that?
she's like, you gonna pay for that? I was like, of course, if I find one, I'll find it. And we went to this Goodwill store. We went to the Goodwill that was
it
like
good? Oh, it was
it was Goodwill,
Goodwill.
and it was like
Hey,
I think it was like in the village or something. And while we were stationed out,
no,
I
it was
bought a
here.
lot of.
It was
No,
in-
it was here. Or no, wait, no, it was no. We're not in California. It was in California. We brought that from California to here.
Oh,
We went to the thrift store the day after I was talking to her about it, and I was like, well, I guess we got a meat slicer.
yeah.
But it's just one of the basic, you plug it into the wall and you turn it on. It's got two little buttons, and you zoom, zoom, zoom. You can set your thickness. I tell you what, it just I even slice my potato chips on it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I'll
fun.
slice potato chips, I'll anything that needs slicing, like food based. A meat slicer has so many different uses.
Mhm.
It's not just limited to slicing meat,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's worth it. Otherwise, you're breaking your hands.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're sitting there, just, gosh, what was that? Oh, okay.
Chickens.
Yep. Again, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, blessed feast of unleavened bread right now. I mean, we're in it. We did our Passover. Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
We started doing Passover.
Meal on Thursday night.
Passover meal was on Thursday night. We were supposed to have a lot more people over, but we were very blessed to have the people that we had over.
Mhm.
And then, actually, I was very excited to say this. I'm glad I kind of have kept it until now, but um, we actually, for the Feast of First Fruits, we butchered our first sheep.
Yeah.
It was very sombering, right? I know that in American Homestead, Zach Bauer says, "Don't name your sheep." Well, we name our sheep. Okay, I'm sorry. We either name them or number them, or we say, "All right, this one's name is Mo
Well,
for
'cause
Mo
then we
meat for the
know.
freezer."
Then we can label in the
Yeah.
freezer Jacob and know exactly what that means.
Yep. Right. A name or a number, right?
It might be kind of morbid, but
I can understand the sentiments sentiment that comes behind naming a number or an animal, but yes, it was so rewarding. It was absolutely 110% rewarding.
yeah. I'd never
Our first shofars,
butchered an animal before. Like
which
that.
I did put a video together for the shofars that I made. There's it's not I've already told him, so it's not really a surprise, but brother Dan Bedondi is getting his shofar from us. His first shofar. I think it's his first shofar. So I'm blessing him with it. We have another goat. If everything works out, we have another goat that will be ready to butcher, and I'd like to give away. I love making these shofars. Like it was really fun.
That was
Our cats
awesome.
like
I didn't think it was gonna be that easy.
I didn't think it was either, but like you'll I'm saying like a lot because I'm really excited. I'm sorry. I am from the 90s and the early 2000s, so I say like a lot. I'm sorry. But we it was really cool because I built um while I was in the Navy, right? Everybody was going out buying a whole bunch of Back to Black. I celebrated on Monday, Tuesday, so that's what. Yeah, right. It's what we do. We like to. He might need to go outside. He's trilling a lot.
Oh, they're okay. They're playing.
Um. Oh, they're on the couch. Okay. We've got a couch in our potting shed.
That's a bench.
A bench. Sorry. Looks like a couch. But yeah, we do from sunset to sunset for our and if I'm not mistaken, biblically speaking, it is you are to celebrate the feasts from sunset, like as soon as sunset starts, from the next sunset, and then according to the Bible, according to Scripture, sola scriptura, right? According to the Scripture, you celebrate your holidays in between. So in what is it, Leviticus 23?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Leviticus 23?
Yeah.
It explains the Feast of First Fruits and Passover.
So
right?
Passover.
I'm paraphrasing,
meal-
and if I'm wrong, I'll correct
Yeah,
myself.
let us know, but
Let us know. I will correct myself.
Passover meal specifically stated as an evening
Evening.
on the evening meal, or to be had, but I don't know if all of the feasts specifically state start in the evening, but I know
Right.
some of them do. You know, you got to look at what Scripture says in context. If it starts in the evening, it usually it says, you know.
Right. Oh, we're leaking. We're leaking. I'm getting some greenhouse water on me. Yeah, that's and then it does explain how the Feast of First Fruits, and Miss Hippie came to me and she was like, why don't we butcher our sheep? Like butcher our first sheep for the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
We didn't get I wanted to do it on Passover, but get around to it.
We
weren't quite ready.
Understand the time of evening. Yes, definitely. Yeah, as much as I can help you. Who's that? Back to Black. Yes, as you know, it's good to ask the questions.
And we don't know everything.
We don't.
It's like every year I'm confused about another thing.
She was just telling me that this morning, actually.
And like I get it on some things, but I don't get it. And every year I understand more, but I get confused about something else.
Not like, jalapenos.
I don't know. It's funny.
There's that one. I saved the package this time. I didn't rip it open like a barbarian.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
like what I was trying to find in Leviticus was, what was it?
We were still learning about the feast. This was technically our first. Hey, I do want to kind of brief on this. Yes, I'm gleaning every year. Exactly.
Yeah.
So our first Passover that we celebrated, I feel really bad for saying this, but it was a Seder.
Yeah.
And
well,
we did not know. I don't want to get too much into detail.
Offend anybody.
I don't want to offend anybody, but there's a lot of Talmudic traditions that are
optional.
Optional.
Man-made traditions.
Optional.
Whereas we like to just keep it simple.
We like to keep it to the Bible.
And do.
Speaking code here on YouTube, on live. If anybody wants me to clarify in the group that we have, I can. There's a lot of things that I personally didn't agree with. Oh no, he just
That's
Our
okay.
our greenhouse kitty just knocked over all the seeds.
Well, no, there was nothing in those.
Oh, okay. I see where it was. Um, don't do a Seder. It, it is the Passover, and we are called to keep it holy, and that is the biblical.
The only things we're commanded to do is,
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, no.
There's no dipping of the wine. There's none of that.
That's it's
you know,
confusion. It's
mhm.
confusion. We're commanded to have bitter herbs.
Yep.
Unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm. Look at this.
Meat. The lamb. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 things that the Bible actually says to do and commands to do, and that's it. Everything else is
lamb, herbs. Yep.
Man-made, optional.
Although David Carrico did brief on that. He did say, there are other people, or no, actually, I've got a doubt in my mind about what I'm about to say. I'm going to stop. I was going to say about how, I don't know if it was David Carrico that said that, about the meat. Because there's a lot of
lamb, herbs, and
okay,
bread.
all right, yep. He's the one that likes to dig his claws in. Hey,
and climb the shoulder.
Hey, Zuma, come on, dude.
Yeah, so one of the things too is that we are commanded to proclaim the feasts every year, and that's something I want to get better at. Is when this time of year comes around, to talk to people about it, and whether anybody shows up. We invited a handful of people, and you don't always have to have people over, but we invited people and one person showed up, and that's okay. But we get the word out. We're commanded to proclaim the feasts. And
nope, you're done.
Spread I don't know.
Sorry about that little distraction.
News of
we're
God's feast.
I mean, like these are the holidays that are literally in the Bible. We're going on a little bit of preaching and not homesteading, but these are literally yes, yeah, thanks, Jason, thanks. Yep. Technically, I got one up on him. He's not on my lap anymore, so that's his favorite spot.
There's 3 of them in here now.
There's literally 3 of them.
They're still kittens.
So, there goes. These are the holidays that are literally put in the Bible.
And it says to do them forever.
It says to do them forever.
For all your generations. And
this is the one that opened my eyes to it. Well, more or less the Holy Spirit, I will say.
Well, and I had been doing aspects of some of these things my whole life. My parents did put a love of these things in my, it was there.
Her parents did a good job raising her.
We did church, and we did Sabbath, and we did Christmas, but we did Passover, and we, so there was a blending.
Right.
Which it wasn't all bad, and I loved it. But
can I get the soil?
Oh yeah.
And a label for this?
But as I've gotten older, I've honed more in on, like I said, keeping it simple. What does the Lord want from me? What is commanded? What is not commanded? What is just man-made traditions? And because when we first started doing the Passover, I thought that meant you had to do a Seder and the whole rigmarole. And and he had never done it before, and so he was like, "Whoa, what's this?" Like, he's like, "You've got this, honey." And so I did it. I led it, and I was so confused. I was so
I should have
horrified.
Been leading it. I should have been the one leading it.
I have no idea what I'm doing, even though I had done it with actual Messianic Jews leading it in an actual Seder, like I had as a kid, but I was petrified and I was horribly confused, and I was like, this shouldn't be hard. This shouldn't be confusing. There should not be confusion here. That should be a wonderful, exciting time.
Well, just like Star Mill, she's lamb, bitter herbs, and unleavened bread.
That's it.
What is so hard to understand about that?
And last year we did dandelions. We had dandelions.
Yes. Oh
as our
my
bitter
gosh,
herbs
that was so good.
Because I went out in the backyard and just picked what we had locally. Because I
Mhm.
think, you know, believers are meant to celebrate all across the globe. Use what you have near you.
Right, and
There are bitter herbs everywhere.
it's all glory to the kingdom of heaven. You know, like all glory to the Father. You
Mom
just
says thank you, Trevor.
yeah, she heard me.
Yes. Go where y'all leads.
Go where
Amen.
amen to that. Go where y'all leads. And you know,
And this is actually part of our homesteading journey, like
this is
homesteading and
a
and
homestead and doing it biblically.
has gone
Making
hand in
sure
hand.
making sure that we're doing it the way that Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, the
Rooster.
crow. Doing it the way that is biblically acceptable. Almost did the Seder last year. If I wouldn't have gotten sick, we would have. Praise y'all for stop. Oh my gosh,
There's
amen.
a lot of things
You
in
know-
it that are
Yeah.
Kabbalistic, Talmudic.
What herbs do you use as bitter? So,
Parsley,
parsley,
dandelion.
dandelion's bitter.
Unless yours are sprayed with chemicals.
Unless yeah, so we don't
spray.
we don't spray
Anything.
any fertilizers, any pesticides. We don't do any of that other than apple cider vinegar
think of
and
anything
diatomaceous earth on our property.
Yeah.
So that's why
So we eat all our weeds
Right.
that are
all of our
edible.
weeds. There's a few others. I think is hyssop considered a bitter herb,
Oh,
but it's
gosh.
hard
I
to
know-
get that here.
Yeah, I know. It's
what is
what's
it?
Put the blood on the doorpost. It's
Yes.
used. It might
Uh-oh.
be a bitter
Everybody be quiet. Hippie Junior just came in.
herb. Hi.
What are you doing?
You want to say hi?
You want to say hi to everybody?
You're matching daddy.
There's like a million people
Hey,
that want to
Gaggie's
see you say
watching. Come
hi.
say hi.
Piper, get out. No, you're not allowed in. Look at that. She looks like
You
a
don't
wolf.
have to say hi if you don't
Alright.
want to. Oh, there he is. You can
Mm.
kind of see him. Oh no!
The of a tail of this husky.
She's half husky,
Half husky. Mountain Wall.
and she's
We did Bill.
insane.
Chives is a good one. Oregano, yeah. Mint. I was gonna say mint. That's the other one that was on the tip of my tongue.
Are they
Um,
bitter herbs? I didn't know that.
Well, so bitter herbs, as long as you,
Yeah.
it doesn't say. She just shook on
Oh,
me.
there's a big old crow flying overhead.
Crows
You
are better
know,
than
and-
hawks.
So I also believe we live under grace.
Hippie Junior.
Hippie Junior.
Hippie Junior.
Say hi.
We do live under grace.
Hi.
If you don't have bitter herbs, and I
Use
think
what you
that's
got.
along the lines of what David Carrico was saying. There's a tick on her. Nope, that's not a tick. That's
yeah, we're
just
gonna
mud.
do tick checks now.
There's grace. We do fall under grace because of Jesus Christ. And
Yeah, it's the heart of the matter. Do what you
Right.
can. If you can't make unleavened bread, go
The
to the
fact that-
store and find crackers.
the fact
that
that you're
don't have
celebrating the
yeast.
feasts is what matters.
You know, even if all you're doing is reading the verse and saying a prayer on that day, you know, if that's the most you
sorry.
can do, you are meeting with the Lord on that day. Because he's saying, hey, I'm celebrating this holiday or this festival. If you want to meet me, meet with me. And then it's up to us to answer that call. You know,
You're just a
in
big
whatever
oof.
best way we can.
Right. Oh my gosh, has it really been 70 minutes? Holy
I know,
moly.
the sun's starting to go down. We got to do a label for your jalapenos.
Yeah, do my jalapenos
Jalapenos.
label. Oh man.
But anyways.
But yeah, so like we went on this
Kitty!
long tangent. That was awesome. I love it. I love discussions.
Is that Boxy?
Um,
We love cats around here. We like
But
dogs and
it-
sheep.
it was so back to the original. I'm glad I kept the. I don't normally keep a train of thought, but to the original sentiment, it was a very sombering and very blessed event that we were able to harvest. I got to be careful with what I say on YouTube here. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be dramatic. We did make our we did take a sheep and harvest it, right? And we filled our freezer.
Yep.
We ate of that, and we glorified our God with it.
Wasn't it a year ago when he was born?
Yeah.
Or when we had Bobo too.
He's just over mutton.
I told you.
So we harvested mutton, and
yeah.
I gotta go to the store real quick. All right, Catherine, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, gotta take care of what you gotta take care of.
But I told you, I said I want to make our own shofars.
That was the one thing.
That was my goal, and
And we
got
did.
our shofar
From
our own land we raised.
I did make videos, like I said, of making the shofar for Brother Dan Bedondi, right?
Scratch you.
I would like to. I'm gonna go grab that. Would you guys like to see it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, would I? Hey, get out of here, Sky or Piper. Would you guys like to see that?
Uh-oh, my phone died.
Oh, here we got it.
We
lost the chat, so I don't have. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that shofar.
Do you want me to grab it or?
No, I can. I'll go grab it, and you guys can hang out. I'll be right back.
You Hippie Junior.
Yeah. All right.
Tell everybody what you did today. Come sit. Hey! Oh, you want to? Okay. Okay, you can grab a kitty. What's your favorite part of living here in Wisconsin?
Everything?
Everything? What?
Sometimes we have to do chores.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We gotta do chores, huh? What are your chores?
Water the animals,
Mm-hmm.
stack firewood.
Stack firewood, yep. That's like one of the most important in the wintertime, huh?
I guess.
Why do we need firewood?
Because we don't want to freeze to death.
We got wood burning stoves, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else? What other chore do you like to do? What about eggs?
Mm-hmm. You know, we get a lot of eggs from our chicken coop.
Yep. What kind of birds do we have?
Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
One guinea fowl and
How many ducks do we have?
3.
And 13 chickens.
13 chickens. Right?
Yep. Hopefully we'll get more guinea fowl because those do the best with ticks. And the ticks are really bad here. We live in the woods, literally. And if we don't have guinea fowls and chickens, we can't go outside without getting covered in ticks, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is named Suma.
Zuma.
Alright. Is that the key?
Yep.
Yep.
Zuma Jr.
Suma
All
Jr.
right. So, this is it. Oh, you might not be able to see. Jason didn't, aka Carl.
What?
I love guinea fowl. I mean, you've got pheasant on one plate and guinea fowl on another plate. Scoot the pheasant away. I will eat the guinea fowl. Right?
Oh, thank you.
That's how good they are. They're delicious. So, but this is it. I waxed it. It's sealed. This is ready to get shipped off, but I wanted to hand write a letter for Brother Dan. Um,
And that is from a year old
this is from a year old. All right.
ram.
That's a year old ram. The other ram that we have, gosh, it takes so long to grow these shofars. Thank you very much. I'm probably gonna embarrass
Thank you.
myself because I'm still trying to.
Sneeze.
Every shofar is different. This one you
Yes.
kind of have to like press on it. You have to press on it and really, you've got to have really wet lips. Like it's like
Is this one for Dan or?
this is for Dan. This
so
is
you're gonna.
so I'm hang on.
We'll clean it. We'll make sure it's clean.
It'll be clean, promise. No CVID here.
Oh, that
Oh, the
scared-
cats.
Oh, you might want to put the
He
cat
was-
down, buddy.
Yeah, the other kitties jumped.
Wow, that.
That was good.
It's like echoing in our forest.
Yeah, with no leaves on the trees, you hear.
Wow,
every-
that sounded
you
really
literally
good.
Hear everything. I need
It gives me chills hearing a shofar. Oh my goodness.
Stick.
Our dog is looking at the TV real funny.
Oh my gosh.
I've got mine. Ours is much shorter because the other horn was like
A
this
little
much
bit
shorter.
Yeah.
So that
Dean,
That-
I need a stick. Go
that's
find me a
fine though,
stick.
but I
Yes,
can't
I'll
wait.
give you
I
a stick.
cannot wait. This is I was getting chills like making it.
It literally echoes throughout the entire property.
My kitty recognizes that. Yes. Oh yes.
Piper.
Back to Black said that.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait. This is I feel like this is one of the things that I was called to do was to make sure that people have these
Yeah.
these shofars.
Yeah.
It
Well, it's awesome
Yes.
to buy one. Like, it's so awesome to get one that you buy yourself. But the feeling of having loved and cared for and raised this animal from
Sounds
birth.
good.
We were there when Jacob was born, you know, and cared for him. And now he is a gift from God
Hey,
to fill
get
our
Piper
bellies.
out of here, please.
You know,
Put her out. No, you cannot eat this. This is not for you. Go.
go out. Go outside.
So
Yeah, there's more meaning there, I guess. I don't know.
it's almost like
It's a
hearing
different-
the bagpipes for the first
Yeah,
time.
it has a different feeling. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
when you raised it yourself and loved it and cared for it, and
Oh, where's my label for this one?
oh, I'm making it right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean this is part of it though. Like when we're homestead has been a blessing to us. You know, it gives us purpose. It gives us
It's the best thing we ever did.
it's a sense of direction. And I mean it's biblical. It is. It really is.
Yeah, the
I-
first one.
I do. So this down here. I think it is. It's definitely a gift of God and a blessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we know not everyone is able.
It's not something I want to take for granted. You know, you can't waste your time.
But we literally escaped with the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. Oh my
Wisconsin or
gosh.
California. It was during COVID.
You can't say that.
Oh,
You can't
shoot.
say that word. Don't say that word. We can talk about that
You can
on
say
a different
it one
platform.
time, but
No. You can't say it
I
at
don't
all.
want to say it at all.
We got out at the peak of a very bad time.
In the middle.
It was right in the middle of it, you know.
Literally
Hey.
escaped California.
Gosh, I can't even compare it to anything because I'm trying to downplay it because back then it seems so. Looking back at it, it just seems so
Go grab a sticker.
Insignificant, I guess. I don't.
It was
but
bad.
it was bad, but at the same time,
Perfect.
we're glad to be at where God put us, and we would love to
Yeah.
later on. We would love to open up our home for Sukkot. We've been wanting people to come in and visit for Sukkot. We would love to have people camping out on the property.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, we have a
And-
very peaceful, secluded
that won't work, buddy. Please don't. You'll break it more.
area.
Thank you.
You know, that's kind of ideal.
Yeah.
But
So, well, I think that we might have
it's
to.
getting late.
Yeah, it's
Sun's
getting
going
late.
down.
I don't know if you can see it. The light has definitely changed from the beginning to now.
I think we're at a good stopping point with our seeds.
Well, yeah, I'm at a pretty good stopping point. I got my salsa planted right here. So we've got the tomatoes,
Tomatoes
and
and
we've
the
got a
jalapenos.
jalapenos. We've got the onions planted, and I love salsa.
That's the main reason I do tomatoes.
Absolutely. I mean, the Millers, if you guys wanted to come up, we'll message you. We'll message you with the. We wanted to have people over for Passover. Let's see. Back to Black. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we would love to have people over. But we're at a good
gotta
stop.
get
I
it.
want to see what have you guys been doing for the Feast of First Fruits? You know, like I'd love to kind of spend a little bit of time in the chat room here. And
For a minute.
oh, there it is.
Before we gotta
That's
get
the
out.
button. That's the button I was looking for. Live chat. Show it. There it is. Okay, I pulled it up on my phone. Awesome. Okay. Wow, it took me till the end of the video
Yeah,
to
I
figure
can
that.
see
Oh
it.
wait, no, it
Oh,
disappeared.
It
See,
just
it
disappears.
disappeared.
It disappeared.
Okay, YouTube. YouTube, you're
Did you do
lacking
the whole thing?
the whole what?
Packet?
Yeah, I did the whole pack.
Where's the tomato one?
You had it.
Oh, I'll find it.
But,
It's around
Yeah, I want to
here.
know like how have you guys seen any crazy milk trucks flying through the air, or I don't know, like milk cannons, seeing some milk cannons misfire and have some milk duds. I don't know. Let me know.
What? Where is that from?
She hasn't been in the last couple of Rippets and Spiritual
Mhm.
Warfare Fridays. That's okay.
I got mom duties.
Okay. Not today. I think the only milk truck is the one on its way to Tennessee. Amen. I was looking at, I'm seriously looking at property in Indiana. Not saying that we're gonna move to Indiana because we're pretty well
I was
established, but
born in Kokomo,
she was born in
Indiana.
Kokomo, Indiana. Yeah.
which I don't.
PPI, by the way,
What?
or PII.
What?
PII, personally identifiable information. You don't want to give that over, you know.
That's where I was born. We don't live anywhere near
No.
there. Well, I don't know where that is in relation to Evansville.
East.
No.
No, west. That'd be west. Lafayette for several years. Oh, yeah. We were looking at Clay City. There's a place over there. It's got 43 acres. We on this, snow has been melting as temperatures rise. Got to see. Oh my gosh! Yes, Back to Black. Amen to that. I can actually see the ground right now in Wisconsin. You can see dirt.
Last year there was still
Oh
snow
my gosh.
on the ground in May.
Yeah, we didn't get to do any any mushroom hunting until after Mother's Day. Clay City is about halfway between us and yes, that's we saw a place. It was like 43 acres, with a
You're
cabin on it. There was pasture for animals.
anyone's looking.
If anybody's looking, I think it was like 249,000, which that's a lot of money.
I know. It's gone up.
It's gone up. I hate how expensive land is. Thank you, Billy Goats.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know who I'm talking about if you've been on the chat
Yep.
and Cutting Edge. That man releasing them mosquitoes. Used to live near Wisconsin years ago, and yeah, they are. We
Chickens.
got lucky with ours. I mean, we got blessed. Sorry, sometimes I gotta watch myself with what I say. We got very blessed. I love the 11 acres we have. It is so quiet.
Yeah. Sometimes we kind of would like a little more land, but where we're at is ideal
Piper out.
because
Get out.
our property is surrounded
Out.
by
Go.
woods.
You get out. She's
She's okay.
she wants FOOD.
She wants attention.
No, I think she is HUNGREY.
Why?
Out.
Go outside. She knows how to stick her nose in the door. Just
Yeah,
before it
I know.
closes and sneak
These
in.
dogs, they're too smart. I tell you what.
Go. Get your snack.
2 snacks.
2 snacks.
Yeah, we totally lost the chat. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Make sure we're not missing anything because we are definitely about to head out. I mean, I want you guys to stay blessed.
Oh.
Enjoy the Feast of First Fruits. These are the holidays that are literally in the Bible. You can't get them anywhere else. They are blessed to us, and
Yeah.
I hope everybody stays blessed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna head out. Absolutely. We will be we'll see you soon. Hey, it is fishing season now, and I can't wait to go trout fishing.
Take
Me
the boat
too.
out.
Take the boat out
Yeah.
and get some fishing. That's
Salmon.
another way to fill your freezers right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Shalom, everybody. Good night. You guys stay blessed.
Good night, Gaggy.
Good night, Gaggy.
We love you.
All right. See you later.